Welcome to Probably Drinking Prosecco with Seth and Dak. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Let's hear that beat drop.
Hello.
That is a fantastic intro.
That is. If you hear those little feet steps, that's my dog running around. Oh, he just came in the room and he's looking at me.
All right, so we're on what, episode 5?
We are 5. That's so crazy. We're on episode 5.
And today is a special episode because what day is it releasing on?
Thanksgiving.
My least favorite holiday. It's the
Your
blocker.
least?
It's the blocker between Halloween and Christmas.
It's not a blocker. It's just a meal.
Because if people didn't celebrate Halloween, they'd be more accepting to starting Christmas celebrations a little bit earlier.
I enjoy Thanksgiving. Food's mid, but it's nice to kind of gather and be together, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get into more of that later, though.
Yeah, we will. So what's been up with you? What you been up to?
What have I been up to? Work for one, as per usual.
Lovely.
And then, so Saturday, actually, we should talk about the Marine Corps ball kind of later, maybe.
Yeah, in a bit.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
So I had a friend come down for the ball, and while she was here, she wanted to go get a tattoo. It took her 8 hours.
Oh
So
my gosh.
While she was getting her tattoo, I went on a little adventure up on the mountain, just kind of drove around, found some new beautiful places. And then today, our shop went out for like a work trip, and we went up to the same like mountain area, and we did a little hike and did a little leadership mentor. And it just kind of like reminded me of how much I miss just being in nature. Because
That's awesome.
It gets so hot in the summer that I don't want to go do anything. But now that's finally cooling off, I'm ready to go back out into nature and, enjoy the trees.
Seth is in the desert in California, for those of you that don't know.
Yes.
So,
now they know where I live.
go get him. Get him. But no, that's awesome. I know nature's supposed to be like healing and all of those things.
Yeah.
And like, I love to be outside, but living in, Central Florida, it's just hot always and it's nasty. So love that.
Well, it's very muggy in Florida.
Yeah, I haven't been up to much. Just, going off the last episodes, came back from TY, kind of been getting back into work. Went to Boston immediately after. We'll get into that later. And then just came back to work, had potlucks, getting ready for Thanksgiving. So it's been pretty great being back. And I may or may not have probably been drinking Prosecco. Seth?
So about the Prosecco, I actually was going to mention this because last week's episode, I complained about how I couldn't find La Marca anywhere.
Oh, yeah?
So
Yep.
while my friend was getting her tattoo, I went to Target in that area because it's like an hour and a half away from where I'm at. I went to Target and guess what I found? Found some La Marca.
Yay.
And I bought a bottle just for this episode. Oh, you want me to? I lost my mouse. I can't do it. It's too late.
It's a yay. Okay. He found it finally. There's the update for everybody.
Finally drinking Prosecco.
Probably. But so have you watched any new shows, movies recently?
Actually, yes. I watched a couple of things recently.
Okay.
There's a new Matt Rife stand-up comedy show on Netflix. I watched that. It was pretty funny. And then also they did a anime for Scott Pilgrim on Netflix. It just came out. And it was really good. And I hate anime, so.
So do I. So I have no idea what you're talking about.
Have you not seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World? With Michael Cera?
I've heard of it.
Oh, it's a great movie. You got to watch it.
Wait. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking
7 evil exes.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
That's next on the list then.
You got to watch the movie, and then the series is like a sort of sequel.
Okay. So I've been watching Yellowstone.
Oh, I love that show.
Just started it. I think I'm a season and then like a couple episodes in, and I'm obsessed.
So good. I'm so mad we have to wait. We have to wait for season 5.
When does it come out?
Because season 5, the first half of it came out.
Yes.
The beginning of this year, but then because of all the strikes and there's drama with Kevin Costner, it's getting delayed. So the second half, which will be the end of this series, comes out late next year, I think.
No.
So
well, I'm only on like the beginning of season 2, so I guess I have time.
I have seasons 1 through 4 on DVD.
Oh my gosh, DVD. What is that? I'm just kidding.
I'm a collector, man. I got vinyls, I got CDs, I got DVDs.
Jeez.
If it's a disc, I collect it.
Jeez. Okay, that's pretty cool. I just stream it all.
But what if the internet goes out?
I guess you're just gonna have to mail me the copies. You're gonna have to just burn them to a disc and mail me them.
Oh, and I also watched the new. Oh, I talked about that last episode, didn't I? The Spider-Man movie.
You did, and I did too.
You watched it. You watched it.
Did I talk about that?
No, because you hadn't seen it yet.
Okay, I watched. What are they called?
Cross the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse.
So I was so skeptical. I was like, I'm not gonna like these. Like, I'm not sure. I feel amazing.
What did I tell you?
And
except for the second one.
Well, the way it ended, I do agree with you. It very much ended like on a climax.
It's an awful ending.
It was very interesting, but I'm ready for the next one. So
Gotta wait.
Gotta wait.
That.
Speaking of waiting, are you trying to transition? We've been waiting for a guest on this podcast, have we not?
We have.
Is his camera on for you?
No, I think he's stepped away.
Gerry? Okay. Cut that, Seth. So we've been waiting to have a guest on this podcast, and we finally have one.
Ooh, who is it?
The guest is my husband, Gerry, who we've spoke about a little bit here and there, but we got him on to this podcast just to talk. It's a Thanksgiving special, so we're like, hey, we got to do something special. So we've got Gerry on here. We've been married for about 9 years, right? 9 years. And sorry, it's been so long, I just can't keep track. And yeah, he's my bestie, so we just wanted to have him on here. And I just thought of something. He's going to school right now. He used to be in the Marine Corps. Hoorah. And he, is on social media like we all are. But he also has TikToks that have gone viral, that have got actually millions of views, which is crazy, which we'll get into. So without further ado,
let's everybody welcome the famous TikTok star, Gerry.
Hey, what up, guys? What's cracking?
Hey, Gerry.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Trying to get used to my first ever podcast appearance and appearance ever in life, so this is cool.
Yeah.
Me and
How
Gerry
are you guys doing?
We're in the same house right now, but we're in separate rooms, so our mics don't pick up. So it's kind of funny, but yeah.
Well, should we also ask him what movies and shows he's watched recently?
Yes.
Oh man, Dakota knows that I don't partake in many movies and or shows. I hopped on Yellowstone for a minute, got a little bored, so I was like, Dakota, you just watch that on your own. I'm good.
I watched numerous episodes today without him. It's all right. I fill him in. I fill him in.
You got bored with it?
Dude, yeah, I just can't, like, it's just any show. Aside from, like, The Office, Breaking Bad, and, like, Peaky Blinders, I haven't been able to, like, sit through a show and watch episode after episode. So Dakota will be like, you ready for Yellowstone? And I'm like, all right, one episode. That's all I got. So today I was, like, really tired, and I was like, you know what? Just, like, go on without me. You go ahead. You go.
And I watched like 5 episodes.
Yeah, and she'll watch a whole season in 12 minutes somehow.
It's so good. You're missing out.
You're missing out for sure.
You know what? I believe it. I don't know. It's a fault on my part. I guess I just don't have the patience. Got to work on that.
I mean, that's how I was with Breaking Bad, so.
See? Yeah. Yin and yang. Yeah. So let's see. What am I watching though? I watched a lot of YouTube and a lot of TikTok. Been watching Markiplier on YouTube. His latest vid. Been watching Cody Ko. If anybody watches Cody Ko out there, shout out Cody Ko fans.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Cordy.
Cardi. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got as far as show watching goes.
Sad you're missing out on Yellowstone, but the rest sounds like you're enjoying it. So
yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm watching. So I guess that's all that matters.
So I thought it would be great since the both of you are both of you are Marines, right? Hoorah, whatever. I thought we could share some stories from the Marine Corps. So, Seth, I know you just went to the Marine Corps ball. Would you like to share any stories from that?
Ooh, this was quite possibly the worst ball I've ever been to.
Why?
Well, first off, they had it at a terrible location, which turned everybody off to begin with.
Or nar.
And then,
wait, where was it at?
It was in Palm Springs.
Oh, okay. I
Like
actually
what
like Palm
location?
Springs. What was
Like
is that like a resort or what?
It was at some hotel, which like it was
Okay.
a nice location, but it's Palm Springs, whereas usually we go to Vegas.
Oh,
So it's like a
yeah.
downgrade.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And the people in Palm Springs don't necessarily like Marines, so it
That
was
makes
like
sense.
that was a little scary to be around people who most likely didn't like us. But there was a lot of rowdiness this year, unlike last year. Like there was a lot of people talking and yelling and just saying things during the ceremony.
Oh no.
Not being, professional Marines, and we actually got the sergeant major involved. That's how bad it got.
Really?
So he had to come over and yell at them, and then someone blew their vape smoke into his face,
Oh heck
and he
no.
just walked it off. He didn't say anything about it. He just walked it off,
Or nar.
which like good on him, I guess, because I would have yelled at him.
Right.
And then, like they had the guest speakers spoke for an hour,
Oof.
and the speakers were not good. They had 2 speakers up at the very front, so nobody could hear a word he said. The only part of his speech I caught was the number 2003. That's all I got from his speech.
A beautiful year in our nation. 2003.
I guess he talked about it. From what I was
I think
told,
R. Kelly's Hotel came out in 2003. Great song, by the way.
I don't know if we can support R. Kelly.
I don't know if we can either, but his music's great.
Anyway.
I mean, we support Kanye, so.
I can hear you typing, Gerry.
I'm sorry. You're really loud. That's why I'm texting you.
It was like... so
It was
loud.
like 2003. Immediately go to like, my typewriter.
Yeah, so that was our ball. It was
So did you
something
get
else.
lit or what?
Oh, I definitely got lit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got
What'd you
lit in front
drink?
of my staff sergeant who was sober, very sober,
Fun. Always fun.
and
What were
so
you
I
drinking?
said some things. What was I drinking? Not Prosecco. They didn't have it.
Oh no.
But I'm trying to watch my weight a little bit, so I was drinking vodka sodas, and I had
Okay,
one
okay.
beer.
That's the way to go. Yep.
Well, actually, I pre-gamed with Prosecco
Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
and Moonshine Peaches.
Ooh,
Okay.
moonshine.
And
eh?
this.
That's the Marine Corps ball. I mean,
That's very
That's the
southern
Marine
of
Corps
you, Seth.
way.
the Moonshine, yeah, it's good. Moonshine peaches are
man.
so good.
Yeah, you get the right moonshine. Oh, it goes down like water.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, Marines.
so after the ball, what did you guys like spill out into town and run the town or what?
Well, the people I was hanging out with, we stayed till like midnight, and everybody had already left the ballroom. They'd stacked all the chairs, put everything up. And so we were going to try to go karaoke, but we all got to our rooms and all texted each other, it's bedtime. And we all just went to sleep.
Did you order any
That's the
food?
best.
No, we just ate the food that they gave us, which wasn't actually, it was pretty good this year.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But they served
Taco
the
Bell?
salad. They served the salad right before the guest speaker came on, so everyone was like eating while he was giving his speech. And I was like, that is so rude of everyone.
You just hear ranchy mouths just slapping as he's
The
talking.
croutons?
Yeah,
I mean, nobody could hear him anyway, so.
oh god,
I
we had a
would've been
ball.
eating that.
Our last ball was like that, Dakota. Remember the
Was
speaker
it?
was like 176 years old, and like nobody
do
could hear
not.
him. You don't
I do
remember
not
that?
remember.
You were probably too lit. I mean, I was
I'm
too, but
glad
I
I
remember
don't
that he
remember.
was horrible to listen to.
Do you have any other stories, Gerry, from the Marine Corps?
From the Marine Corps, I mean, I have too many. It would take 17 podcasts to go through all the stories.
What's one
but-
that sticks out to you? That you can
Well, what do you
talk
guys
about?
want? Do you want like a cool story, a funny story, a bad story?
What's gonna relate to other Marines?
To other Marines?
I mean, I'm always down for a funny story.
He didn't
funny
hear,
story.
he didn't know this topic before we started, so it's kind of like on the spot.
Can it be like a vulgar boot camp story, or is this a PG
Go.
podcast?
Go
No,
for
this is
it.
not
It's
a PG.
not PG.
This is not a PG podcast.
Go
so one
for
of the
it.
so this is one of the funniest things I've ever experienced in my Marine Corps career. So, and of course it's in boot camp, right, Seth? Because all the funniest
That's where
shit
the funniest
happens in
shit
basic.
happens, yeah.
Yeah. So it was probably week 5 of basic. And, you know, we're kind of getting the flow of things. And you remember every night we do our health check. So we're all in our tighty whities and we show our hands or show our palms and they check every inch of our body to make sure we don't have any
Okay.
issues going on.
Yep.
So one day we're having our health inspection, our health check. And he's directly across from me in the rack across from me. And I think his name was Visoscus. It was like it was some
Shout out
goofy. Yeah, shout out Visoscus if you listen to this. There's like a 0.00001 chance he is, but
Hey.
so he's directly across from me, right? And we're doing our health check, and I glance up and I notice that both of his nuts are hanging out of his underwear. And they're like straddling his tighty whities, okay? So just imagine like just 2 walnuts with like a piece of cloth in between. So our senior drill instructor decides this is the day he's going to do the health check. Normally it was our J hat or our kill hat, whatever. So he walks by, whatever, looks at everybody's palms, looks at everybody's back, and he gets to this kid. And he goes, Visoscus, he was like, I would have loved to see anything else wrong with your body. But he's like, but please tell me why both of your nuts are hanging out of your underwear. And the entire platoon broke out laughing, and he just like let it slide. And he was like, this recruit doesn't know, sir. And he's like, tuck that shit right now. And he just like tucked his shit into his underwear. And to this day, that's one of the funniest things that I've ever experienced.
Oh my.
How do you not feel that?
I know. It was like,
Yeah, that's a
dude,
good
what are you
question.
doing? Like the air's hitting that. The breeze is hitting that.
I mean, I have no idea, but ew. What the hell?
Oh, man. There's a funny story for you, though.
That's, I mean, I'm sure there's 1,000 more like it, but that's just, is that not the Marine Corps summed up and just,
That's
Oh,
boot
literally.
camp summed up.
That's
boot
basic summed
camp.
up, yeah.
There you go, summed up. On another note,
I don't know
How do we transition
transitioned
from that?
I'm looking at the notes and it's like, Marine Corps stories, Doja Cat. You speaking of crazy stories.
Speaking of crazies, yeah,
Yeah.
Doja Cat. Well, I was just going to talk about, because I know I'm a Kanye fan, and Gerry, you are too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. See, so Kanye went through
Shout
this
out
journey.
Kanye.
Kanye went through this journey of, being like very, very secular. Then he had his like religious moment.
Yep.
And then there's Doja Cat, who did the exact opposite. She had her like for the people moment, and now she's very much the opposite. She's satanic now.
Really? I did not know that.
Oh yeah. Her like latest like music videos and stuff full of like satanic imagery.
Uh-oh.
But I mean, I love Doja Cat. Like the old Doja, I get down with.
Oh, that Say So 2020 quarantine Doja Cat?
Yes.
Didn't even notice.
Yes,
Yeah.
the TikToks. She did a rock version of Say So for like the MTV Awards that year. It's quite possibly my favorite thing Doja Cat's
That's
ever
cool.
put out.
I did not know that.
It's so good. I had to download it off of YouTube because it's not on like Spotify or anything.
Yeah.
But the best shit she's ever put out, for sure.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't hear it
So
either.
how did we find out about this? Like, did she perform like some satanic song at a award ceremony or something?
Like, how did we find out that she was like satanic?
Yeah, like this whole
Basically,
movement she's doing.
All the marketing for her latest album.
Yeah.
Like, she started posting weird ass shit on Instagram and then deleting it like Kanye does too. But she
Yeah.
like posts something really weird, delete it. There's like a post of her like covered in blood. Then she deleted it. And then she started like going off on these rants on her TikTok lives.
Why do you think they do
Oh,
that?
jeez.
I don't know, man. The music industry is a wild world.
Seth, do you
Well,
believe in the whole like signing your soul to the Illuminati and all that?
Do I think?
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know if there's an Illuminati per se, but there's definitely some cliques out there that have to do with like satanic shit.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Why? Do you believe in the Illuminati?
No, I farted. That's why I was laughing.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
I'm sorry, I'm
across
sorry,
the
I'm
country.
sorry.
I don't have to smell it.
It's just like I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
Our dog's gonna bear the stench.
He likes it.
But I don't know why they do that though, Seth. Like, Lil Nas, he did the same thing, like with
Oh, yeah.
Montero and all that. Like, fell deep into that.
Wrap around.
Do a little rapper. Seth's holding the Prosecco by the handle. If nobody
I guess he has no
Well-
cup.
knows what's going on.
Yeah, I've been gone all day, so I haven't had time to like do dishes or anything.
Hell
You
yeah.
have
guess I'm
two.
just-
You have 2 cups.
I have
You
more
already
than 2
knew.
cups.
You already knew you were finishing that bottle. So it's like, why
I
not
mean,
just
yeah.
take it? Yeah, why not just take it by
Well,
the handle?
it's prosecco. You can't recork it. So
Exactly.
True.
So
It has like a skirt of a cork. It's annoying.
skirt.
yeah, like you pop it, it goes and just pops out.
Yeah, what the hell is that? They don't make it resealable or nothing.
Well,
I mean,
it's
you
like
can buy things to put in it, but
it's
I'm too
carbonated.
cheap for that.
We ain't doing all that. Yeah,
That's why. Okay.
we're Marines. We don't do that.
Yeah. Would it go flat though if I
Yeah.
did put the thing in it?
I don't know.
The stopper?
You wouldn't be able to put it back. The cork or a stopper?
Like a stopper.
I think a stopper would keep it.
I think
probably.
it would go flat, but probably
If
not
it's sealed
as fast.
enough. Yeah, it would go flat slowly.
You would need mimosas the next morning.
Oh, I need mimosas every morning.
There you go.
True.
It's the only way to get through work.
Too true.
Hoorah.
I make my best videos when I'm
Yuck.
drunk.
Yuck. Did you ever get that one, Seth? Yuck.
Ew.
I honestly don't like any of them.
No.
They make people sound so stupid. The one I hate the most though is the armies. Because
Oh, the hua.
they say it like that and they go, huh? I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like a
what
kid.
are you throwing up? What's going on over there?
It sounds like a caveman like pointing something out. He's like, "Whoa."
It sounds like me when I dry heave.
Literally. What's the Air Force's?
Fly, fight, win?
Like an airplane flying?
It sounds like the armies, but I don't know how to do it. We don't do it. It kind of
That's
sounds
good.
like hua, but it's we don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah.
It's an Air Force thing. They're too bougie for that.
I don't mind the Semper Fi from time to time, like if I run into a vet or
Slay.
something.
Yeah,
Or
that
too
one,
bougie.
I get behind Semper Fi. It'd be like Semper and
Semper
someone else to say
Fi?
Fi or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Speaking of manly things,
It's-
did you
These are the-
guys know that Kim Kardashian was named Man of the Year?
I mean, that track's given her dad.
But like, She's
But also, no, I didn't.
Not a man?
I
Are you
didn't
sure
know that,
that's
but-
true?
Yeah, are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm positive.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. Google it right now,
Sure about
everybody.
that?
Kim Kardashian, Man of the Year? Yes.
John
she
Cena
would.
once said.
I'm Googling it right now. I don't believe you.
Can you hear me typing?
Like, how would how do they determine
Listen.
that she's the man of the year?
This is from Vogue. GQ honored Men of the Year winners Kim Kardashian, Travis Scott, Jacob Elordi, and Tom Ford with the party
How-
of all
okay.
parties.
have
Man
so many
of
questions.
the Year.
I have so many questions about every single person on that list.
Okay.
Let's start with Kim Kardashian. Since when was she a man? Question mark.
Listen.
That's
I'm not
a
gonna
big
judge.
question mark.
I'm not gonna judge, but like, that's just allowed? Like, could anybody be? So why is it Man of the
Like,
Year?
why not?
Just
Yeah,
like
why not make it Person
Person
of the Year?
of the year.
Human
Day
of
of
the
the
Year.
Year? Human
Yeah,
of the
they,
Year.
them of the year. Yeah.
Is there a
Season
woman of the year? Woman.
Yeah, there's a woman of the. I
of
think
the
a tranny. Can I say that? A transgender
It's-
person.
Didn't
Won
Caitlyn
it this year.
Jenner?
It's
Caitlyn Jenner win Woman of the Year?
Yeah.
I don't think it was this year, but one year
No,
he did.
but like a couple years ago.
Yeah. When she started that entire transsexual movement with that.
Okay.
And it was her first
So-
year as a woman. Just putting it out there.
I don't
Woman
know.
of the Year.
Listen.
Never even had a period. Woman of the year.
Listen. Thank you. Listen. None of us know about these of the year things, right? Woman, man. I don't know what qualifies them to be. I know Kim's got like a bunch of businesses and she's doing a lot of great things, right? But like, if that were me, I would like to win Woman of the Year. I would actually feel a little bit like
Yeah, but you're-
weird if I won Man of the Year. I'd be like, well,
Like insulted in a way, you think?
I'm not a man. I want to be an empowered woman with all these businesses. I want to be Woman of the Year. Like, I'm the one who did these things.
Right.
I don't know. Is it kind of weird?
it's
Well,
it's a
that
weird
makes-
world we live in.
Right.
Yeah.
And that makes me want to question, like, who won Woman of the Year then? Like, did Kim win back to back or what?
Let's see.
I feel like you should be ineligible if you win one.
Right. And then it's like, who determines, like, oh, well, Kim won, like, Man of the Year, but not Woman of the Year? Like,
Also, why does the man or the woman of the year have to be someone famous?
yeah.
Why couldn't it be someone who
Seth?
put something great into the world?
Why
Yeah,
can't it be
Seth-
Seth?
Why can't Seth be
I
Man of
deserve
the
it?
Year? Yeah.
I would love that. No, I wouldn't. That's too much. I don't
Too much
deserve that
pressure.
at all.
It's too much pressure.
I can't accept this award.
I'm giving it to Kim Kardashian.
Just give it to Kim Kardashian anyway. I give it to Kim. I give it to Kim.
I just thought that was like interesting. Like when I heard that, I was like confused a little bit. Like I'm not judging, but I just felt confused. I guess
I bet that's
just
what
normal.
happened. I bet they gave the award to like Neil deGrasse Tyson or something, and they're like, accept this award, and then he's like, I can't, and they're like, okay, well, who do you want to pass it down to? And he's just like, Kim Kardashian.
Shout
that's how that
out
happened.
to all the astrophysicists out there. Neil,
Facts.
you deserve Man of the Year. Love your book.
Has he not won it?
I don't know.
He has to have like Nobel prizes and shit. He deserves it.
He's definitely got awards, yeah.
Yeah.
Man of the Year. Let's see.
But who won Woman of the Year?
First thing says
Yeah. That's yeah.
he says we might have 100 years left. Well, maybe shouldn't have Googled that right now. Who's
Not according to
typing so
them.
loud?
It's you.
No, that's Gerry.
Oh my God! You guys are not going to believe who won Woman of the Year. Are you ready for this?
Millie Bobby Brown. Already
No.
Googled it.
Okay. No, your guess is wrong. Seth, you take a guess.
No, I Googled it.
Think controversy. Think alcohol. Think beer.
The Bud Light girl guy.
Yep. USA Today says Dylan Mulvaney awarded Woman of the Year.
See, I knew it. I knew it was some transgender person.
I just maxed out the mic. What?
Bro, you've been.
Okay, Seth can fix it. Are you... I don't get it. Why are we having Man of the Year, Woman of the Year when it's the opposite? I don't get that.
Silly dilly dilly.
Whatever. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Like I
There
caught
you
the Bud
go.
Light joke there.
You like that?
I like that.
I
That was
snuck
good.
it in.
That was really sly. I like that.
Wait, what was the joke? I missed it.
Dilly dilly is like a catchphrase of Bud Light.
Oh, okay. Wrap around, Seth. Every time Seth picks up the bottle of Prosecco, it just makes
A
you go,
little wraparound.
wrap around.
A little wraparound.
So, recently, I'm not good at the transition, so we'll just go.
Well, you said at the beginning when we were talking earlier that you went to Boston, right?
Oh, we did. Yes.
So I think you should, tell us a little bit more about the Boston trip, because I heard there was some adventures there.
I appreciate you asking. So me and Gerry just recently went to Boston. Our friends Tom and Nat. Shout out Tom and Nat. They got married. They got married.
Aww.
So congrats to both of them. So we went to go celebrate them. So we did like a quick 4-day, in Boston trip. Never been there, me or Gerry. It was lovely. The weather was cold, which is different than down here in Florida. So it was a nice change. But randomly, before the trip started all the way until it ended, me and Gerry kept having these like problems come up. So I wanted to talk about them. But I will say, not one thing like let us down. Nothing made this trip not special. Like we had the best time. So I just wanted to go through pretty quickly the little inconveniences we had and then how we kind of overcame them.
Yeah, well, let's talk about those. But then I feel like we should end that with like all the incredibleness that the trip brought us.
I agree.
Yeah.
So to start off, our flight got canceled, our first one that we booked. So I had to just rebook a new one. No big deal. We got refunded. Like, boom. So that didn't let us down. And then when we got to the airport, our flight ended up being delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. 6 hours later, we finally left.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so 6-hour delay. We almost missed their dinner, but we still made it and still had more than enough time to see everybody. We still got dinner. We still had an incredible time. We got to chill in airport lounge. Like, that didn't let us down, but like a 6-hour delay is not fun.
I mean, I could chill at the Amex lounge for 6 hours with that.
I mean, I got
that
free
open
mimosas.
bar, that free bar. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I had a bunch of free mimosas. I'll live.
Yep.
What was the
And I
next
had way
thing,
too much
Gerry?
coffee.
Oh, yeah. What was the next thing,
Let's
Gerry?
see. So we had the delayed flight. I had a really bad ingrown toenail that hurt so fucking bad.
Ooh.
Well,
Because the lady at the pedicure place cut it. And yeah, so I just like to add that one because that's funny.
This is painful. That's not funny. Like, it makes
I
me
know.
curl my toes just thinking about it.
Dude, it hurts so bad. My toe is like all red and purple and stuff. But, okay. Dakota, where you at?
rental car.
Rental car.
Okay. So I'll go on to the next thing. So we rented a car and everything was great, right? Everything was kosher. The car worked fine and everything. The last night before we left, we're on the way back from dinner with our friends. And we're cruising down a little Bostonian highway.
Night before we leave.
Night before we leave. And we leave in the morning the next day. And we come up to a fresh pothole. Big old fat pothole. And it takes out our front left tire.
Oh no.
Blows it out. Yeah, so I see it. It pops up in the headlights. It's too late. And I think there was a car to our right.
It felt like
the front of the car broke. Yeah, it felt like we hit a deer or something.
Car. Yeah.
So the tire goes in, boom. I knew it slashed the tire because immediately we got the indicator, like 0 pressure on your front left tire. And I was just like, fuck. And I'm grateful, honestly, at the end, though, that it didn't take our back tire either because we had one donut. So,
yeah.
Boom, takes out the left tire. Sounds like half the car breaks. And I'm just like, all right. And I look to my right at my 1 o'clock and I see another car pulled over with a blown tire. And I was like, fuck, we're part of this mess. Like, so.
And there was a tow truck there. A tow truck in front of them.
So I pull over and their like AAA guy pulls up behind them. And then another AAA guy, like 20 minutes later, I'm thinking like, what are we going to do? Let me just try and call the rental agency to see if like they can just knock it out for us and I don't have to change the tire myself. I was just being lazy. And then a AAA truck pulls by. So that means there was a third person that got affected by that pothole. So he pulls up and he's like, did you guys call AAA? And I was like, no, dude. And I don't have AAA either. But I was like, because I had jacked the car up at the time because I was going to change the tire out myself. But I jacked it up and then didn't take the lug nuts off. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, should I bring the car down and pop the lug nuts? And he just gave me some advice on getting the tire off. So long story short, I just had to throw the donut on. We drove to the hotel, which is like 2 minutes away from where that happened, and then made it to the airport, and we're still waiting to see if they'll charge us for that tire. But so that was, I made that a long story, but that was the second crazy thing that happened.
Well, before that, just getting the rental car. After the 6-hour freaking flight delay, we get to the airport. We were trying to rush to this dinner. And it had already been going on for 2 hours. And the line for the rental car place that we had, out the door. We would have been in the line for 3 hours. So I said, absolutely not. And I looked at all the other rental car. I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, pick one. I don't care. Because we're not dealing with that. So we pick one, go through. It was pretty quick. That was pretty nice. But, we'd pay more than we were going to pay for the other place, which was fine.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting it. That was just insane. After 6-hour delays, I was like, I'm not going to wait another 3 hours in line. I can't do it. I feel like, was there something before the tire pop? There was another thing. Oh, our freaking credit cards.
Oh, God.
Are we get a call from American Express saying hey, these charges are on your credit card. And we're like, no, those are not our charges. So they canceled our cards, which is great, in the trip, which is fine because we had other cards. So it's just these insane things, one happening after another, but we get through them, they're totally fine.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what you were saying about the rental car, and I guess this is for Seth and anybody that's soon to travel. It's I am so grateful that we had A, either enough money, or B, a plan in place to make up for any mishaps during that trip, because we had such a long day with our delay. It was a 12-hour day that was supposed to be a 4-hour day of flying. And when I saw that thrifty line, I was just like, oh my God. It snaked through the entire line that they had set, and then it wrapped through outside. So it was just it was going to be and there was one person at the kiosk, at the desk.
That poor guy.
Yeah, and I know they don't have enough cars. So I'm half of these people at least are going to get up there and they're just going to say, we have nothing for you. But the fact that we were able to just walk to the next available open rental car agency and just be get us a car.
I was very thankful for that.
I was very grateful for that. And I would just convince anybody before you travel and do some big kind of excursion where it requires all these different avenues of getting things to expect things to go wrong and just have plans in place for that to get repaired, fixed.
With that being said, Seth, are you ready for the cherry on top?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the...
There's a cherry?
There's more.
Cherry.
Oh,
and
there's
whipped cream.
more. There's more.
Oh, wow.
We land, right? We take off from our next flight, on the way home, return the rental car.
Even our return flight had a delay, about 30 minutes to an hour.
Slightly, that's
which is
nothing.
whatever. Yeah.
Right? Okay. We land, whatever, we get our bags, we got plans, right? We get to our car, which we parked at the airport. Car wouldn't start.
Oh.
Car wouldn't start.
I sit in the driver's seat, hit the push button start, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Long story short, we were like, what do we do? What do we do? We don't have jumper cables. Gerry's trying to mess with it, and it's definitely the battery that's dead. There's a few people walking the parking lot. We're like, hey, do you have jumper cables? Hey, do you have jumper cables? Nobody has jumper cables. So we call, our insurance. We have USAA. We've got roadside. They can come out, but it's going to be hours. So after talking to a few people in the parking lot, making a few calls, eventually I get to airport security or whatever, and they're like, we can come jump you. we were still there for about 3 hours, and there's other things, Gerry, that like in between, right? But
Yeah.
long story short, we still had to sit 3 hours just like in this parking lot. Finally got jumped. Finally got out of there. Got home. I was late to work the next day because I needed a battery for my car. They didn't open until it all worked out. We were completely safe. Like everything was fine, but like one after another.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We've never had these things happen, which is what I take from it is like a learning experience. If this ever happens to us again, or anybody listening to this, if any of these things happen, like it's now you know who to call, who to go to. It's just like boom, 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 boom. And you kind of just get through it. Have you had anything like that, Seth, when you've traveled?
Well, I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but on the way back from the schoolhouse, it was a hot mess.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, because we had our rental car and we had to go return it, and we kind of left a little bit later than we planned on.
Oh, yeah.
And so we go to the rental place, and he goes in, asks him how we return the car, and like, oh yeah, you have to drive over here, park it, leave the keys in the car and everything. And so he parks the car. First mishap, he parks the car, and as he like hits the brake, I just hear, and he hits the pole that's sitting right in front of the parking spot.
Oh no!
And I was
I guess it's like yellow or red, like something bright.
Yeah,
too.
it was yellow, and I was just like, you know what? The car's not on my account. I don't have to worry about it. So we get all of our stuff. We go into the airport. We get to the baggage area where they like check your baggage, and they're like, so we stopped checking bags 45 minutes prior to the plane boarding, which I've never heard that before. And apparently we were like 5 minutes too late, so they didn't take our bags. So we had to miss our first flight.
Oh, shoot.
And I was already tired because I went to bed late that night and had to get up early. And I was getting a little pissy at the person driving the car because he wasted some time. But so I kind of got an attitude with the guy, and I think that's why he didn't really help us out. But I was just like, all right, so what can we do? She's like, well, I can put you on standby for the next 2 flights, but they don't leave until like 6 hours later. But we can't check our bags until like 2 hours before the plane boards,
right?
Which was also another like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So we had to go sit in the USO for like 3 hours, check our bags, and then I think we went to one of the lounges and just chilled out.
Yeah.
So it gets close to time that we're going to possibly board for this flight because we're standby. And they start going through the names, and it's slowly getting close to us, and we're getting scared it's not going to get us. We actually get on that flight. Our bags are on that flight. So we get on the flight, we make it to where our layover's at, and we get over to ready to go to the next flight, and we're sitting there waiting. We don't make it on that flight. But our bags make it on that flight.
Oh,
So our bags are flying to our destination, and we're sitting at this airport waiting because their next flight to Palm Springs wasn't until the next day, the next morning.
Yeah.
So we're freaking out about what to do. We call the government company that handles flights, and they're like, yeah, there's nothing really we can do. See if you can book another flight. So we go up to the customer service desk, and she's like, well, we can't get you to Palm Springs tonight, but we can get you to Ontario, which is about the same distance from our base. It's just in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And she's like, but as long as planes are still coming into Palm Springs, you should still be able to go get your bags that night. Cool.
Oof.
So we wait another 3-ish hours in the Amex lounge. I was like, I need a beer. I need a drink, something. I'm tired. I'm angry. I'm exhausted. And I'm about to bite this kid's head off.
Dude. I don't blame you.
And so we just wait there, and we get on our flight to Ontario, and then we're like, okay, so we're going to go to Palm Springs and try to pick up our luggage. We get there. Nobody's there, so we can't get our luggage that day. So we go back to the base, and I have to get up the next morning early and go get my luggage. And it was a long day. We were supposed to be home by noon. We didn't get home till 3 a.m.
Oh my God. And you had to like check in and everything the next day?
Yep. Well, actually, I think,
man.
well, we got back on a Friday, so we had the weekend.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would thank goodness I was able to sleep and go to the airport and get my
Right.
luggage because all my camis were in there.
So
Oh
what did
my
you guys
gosh.
what did you guys drive back from the Ontario airport in? Did you get an Uber down?
Well, one of my close friends that we work with, like we came to this unit together.
Okay.
I called her up like as everything was going down. We found out we weren't going to get our flights, and I let her know, hey, this is when we're going to arrive. Would you be able to pick us up? And
Oh, that's
thankfully,
nice.
she was like, yeah, I usually stay up late anyway, so it's all good. I'll come pick you
Oh,
up.
that's cool.
Oh,
So
that's
thanks
so
for your
nice.
friend.
She was able to come pick us up.
Shout out.
Shout out Bree.
Shout out Bree. So,
Wow. Well, you know what? I think the moral of the story is from both our cases is like it always works out.
It
it
does.
does. It really
Regardless
does.
of how stressful or infuriating it may be, it always works out.
And on that note, I think we should talk about in the realm of Thanksgiving coming up or tomorrow, whatever.
No,
I
it's
think we
the day
should-
this is releasing, so today.
So today, I guess. I
Yeah.
know, I didn't know how to say it. I think we should all go around like quickly and just be like, what are we each thankful for? So Seth, start us off, Gerry, and then I'll go.
Oh,
Go.
I really should have thought about this more.
I just
Before we
put you on the
started.
spot. I put you on. It was on the Google Doc.
Well, I didn't look at the Google Doc until like 30 minutes before we started.
Well, yeah, 30 minutes.
What am I thankful for? Well, first and foremost, I'm thankful for my family. You know, I'm thankful for Bree coming and picking us up from the airport.
Bree.
Thankful for Prosecco, obviously.
Shout out Prosecco, La Marca. Not sponsored.
I'm actually really thankful that I've been able to find a church out here.
Okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
I went for about a year just like hopping between churches and not going on Sundays. And then I finally found one that I really clicked with it was like a month before I left for the schoolhouse again. So like it sucked that I went for a month and then was gone, but it's great to have that community of, you know, other people with my belief that I can be around.
That's so awesome.
And also I'm thankful for food.
Shout out
That's
food.
a good one. Shout out.
I love food.
Shout out Taco Bell.
Shout out Taco Bell. Yeah, I'm
Shout
thankful
out
for Taco Bell
chalupas.
when I'm drunk. I'm very thankful for Taco Bell.
Oh, tell me
That
about it.
cravings box.
And
Have you
that
seen that new
party pack-
trend? Have you seen that trend? Yeah, you showed me. It was like, what's that new trend? It's like when you drink or whatever, and then you swipe, and it's like McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever.
Oh yeah. It's me and the devil.
Me and the devil.
yeah, I've seen that.
It's like someone drunk. It's like me and then it swipes up and it's just Taco Bell.
Or like McDonald's
or
or
chicken, a
something.
McCrispy from McDonald's.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
me.
yeah. Shout out food. All right, Gerry,
That's
what are
awesome,
you
Seth.
thankful for?
Oh man, there's so much.
There's one obvious answer here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My dog. I'm thankful for my dog.
Yes. Good
Yes.
answer. Good answer. Good answer. I'm gonna Steve Harvey you. Good answer.
Good answer. It's on the board. No, obviously I'm grateful for my wife.
Shout out
without
wife.
her, I would be.
Aw.
I wouldn't have such a fulfilled and happy life, and she completes that for me. But I'm also thankful for the friends that keep her, I guess, keep her happy and keep her, lively and enthusiastic and full of life. And that includes you, Seth, and the other
Aw.
friends she's made and all her TDYs and in her job and everywhere. Obviously
How
thankful
sweet.
for our little guy, our little fur pup Doc. He's curled up like a cinnamon roll right now next to me, and it's just precious.
He's a bad boy, though. Bad boy.
I'm thankful. I want to give a quick shout out to my really close friends. I'm thankful for my friend Chris, Tacho, Samuel, Randon. If any of them listen to this, I'm really thankful for you guys. You've gotten me through some dark times, and you've been there with me through the best times, so I'm very thankful for that.
Ryan, Tom,
Yeah.
all the friends.
Tommy, Ryan, if you're listening to this, I love you. You're awesome at Fortnite. Speaking of Fortnite, I'm really, really thankful for Fortnite. Fortnite has been there like a best friend. It's gotten me through some dark nights, and it's been there in my brightest days. I love you, Fortnite.
Shout out
Eminem collab coming out soon. Shout out Eminem. I love you too.
MLM.
Eminem,
if you're listening, shout out.
We're going to tag him when we post this on Instagram.
Tag him.
Hell yeah.
Put that in the title.
I'll be thankful for my family. Yeah. Thankful to have 2 arms, 2 legs that work, a beating heart, a nose that smells, and eyes that see, ears that hear. All that stuff. Yeah. Really grateful.
Good answers.
Nice. My turn. Okay, I'm just kidding.
I just don't like that you made it seem like you like counted all these friends. I'm like, I have friends I can count on one hand.
Yeah, he's like, my friends,
Me, myself, and I.
And Dakota and Joey.
Shout out Joey. I wanted to say I'm very thankful for Joey.
We love Joey. We shout about every freaking podcast.
Joey, and I'm also very thankful for Alex.
And Alex, we shout both of them out.
Shout out Alex.
Is that
Pearl Daddy.
Perlman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He promoted to E6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congrats,
Good for him.
Perlman. Congrats, Alex. That's awesome.
Hopefully he doesn't forget about us, but
no. How could you forget about us?
How can you forget this face?
So obviously thankful for Joey, thankful for Alex, thankful for all of the friends, Seth, Gerry, my besties, love you both, for just being there for me always. Gerry, I mean, not a dependa, military spouse, but he takes care of the house. He takes care of me, takes care of our dog. He is the reason why I can continue to go on every single day, work so hard, do all the things that I do. So thank you, Gerry. Seth, thanks for always making me laugh about farts and memes and whatnot.
It's my specialty.
Just anybody in my life that makes me smile and laugh. Like, truly, that's what life's about. So I'm very thankful for all of that. And my family, of course. All of my friends. Shout out to all 1,000 of you. All thousands of my friends.
They're all in your head, though, right?
Yeah. No, they're real. They're real. They're there. I'm just thankful for, obviously, coffee. Shout out coffee. And just opportunity. Ew, that sounds very political, but just thankful for the opportunity to be able to do what I want, be what I want, pursue what I want. I think that's really great. And I'm also really
feminism.
Thankful. Shout out, sure. Man of the Year next year.
Next year.
You got it. I'm
Dakota,
voting
Man
for
of the
you.
Year 2024.
Man of the Year. And then I've been thinking about this one lately. I'm thankful for kindness. Just kindness, within all of us 3. We're all very kind people, but the kindness of others too. I'm very thankful for that because you just never know when you need that kindness or need to give that kindness, and I think that's really important. So I'm thankful for other things, like chicken wings and stuff, but and Prosecco, obviously, shout out.
You can't be on the show and not say you're thankful for Prosecco.
And chicken wings. But in my office, my leadership, nobody listens, but if you do, it's just great to have a good work environment. So lots to be thankful for. I think we all said some really, really great things. It's cool to be just thankful for things because there's some people out there that don't really have a lot to be thankful for. So shout out Thanksgiving.
Shout out Thanksgiving.
And on that note, let's talk about Thanksgiving traditions. Do you guys have any traditions growing up that you just always had every single year? Seth, do you want to start?
Yeah, actually. So my family every year, so we have our big Thanksgiving meal or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then that night we watch Home Alone and eat pumpkin pie and apple pie.
Okay.
So every year we've done that since I can remember. So I can like quote that movie as I'm watching it. But so when I joined the military, like obviously I wasn't going to be able to be with my family for Thanksgiving because I chose to go home for Christmas instead. So what I did was every year I've had Thanksgiving in the Marine Corps without them, as I've forced my friends to participate in that tradition.
That's cool.
So I forced my friends to like watch Home Alone with me and eat pumpkin pie and apple pie because I don't like pumpkin pie. And this year, I'm going to one of my friend's house or one of my coworkers' houses for Thanksgiving. And I was planning on just coming home and watching Home Alone by myself. And then, because I mentioned in passing to her that I did this tradition. And yesterday she told me, she's like, yeah, so what streaming service is Home Alone on? Because we're going to put that on during Thanksgiving. I did not expect that.
Wow.
So I think
That's cool.
that also like tacks on to like your thing about kindness.
Yeah.
So she even told me like she does not like the movie Home Alone, but she was willing to put it on for me because it was like a family tradition
How
that I've always
cool.
done.
That's so cool.
That's awesome, Seth. Keep doing that, man. That means more than you know to a lot of these single Marines.
Oh yeah, I remember like the first year I did it and forced my friends to. They're all kind of apprehensive at first, but then after they all were like thanking me and like thank you for doing this, because it does like it helps with camaraderie and like bonding.
Absolutely.
To like share a family tradition with your Marines. So
yeah,
that's so cool.
How cool is that? That's really admirable. That's awesome.
So that's my big Thanksgiving tradition.
Very nice.
I'll go next. My voice is going away. Obviously we do the food thing every year, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, the whole thing. I watch the parade every year, the Macy's Day Parade. My mom always had it up every single year, so we watched that. The big floats or whatever things that go by. And then every single Thanksgiving, my mom would always take us to the movies. I guess the movie theaters are open every single Thanksgiving.
They are. I used to work at one.
Yep, so...
They never close. Christmas, Thanksgiving, they're open.
Shout out movie theater workers. Yeah, so every year we would go see a movie. I think we've done that like a few times, just here and there since me and Gerry have been married. But that's definitely something I want to keep going because it's just something I look forward to and have done since I can remember. But that's kind of like the only Thanksgiving tradition I can really think of. Obviously, family, friends come over. You say what you're thankful for, kind of just like what we did. But yeah, the movies is like a big thing that we did. So, what about you, Gerry?
I love that tradition. And yeah, we've adopted that tradition a little bit. Again, not huge on the movies, but I love to follow that tradition with Dakota. Mine's not too crazy. I guess I'm gonna have a really Mexican moment right here. But Thanksgiving is when the tamales come out.
Oh yeah.
So every year when I was back home for Thanksgiving, my nana we do the ham, or we really didn't do turkey. We would do a ham, and then the tamales would be cranked out. So it's like, that was really it. And that would be the kickoff to the Mexican holiday experience. And then on Christmas, expect the same thing again. A bunch of tamales just ready to go.
Did you guys watch football?
Yeah, that's just, I feel like it's a Thanksgiving staple in every household.
It's always on, like, in the background.
Put the Thanksgiving game on, watch the quarterback eat a turkey leg at the end of the game. Like,
Yep.
I love that tradition. We don't do really a turkey bowl or anything. Most of my family's unathletic, so I hope none of them are watching. But
I'm sorry, but if you're running on Thanksgiving, it's like, come on, what are you doing?
I will say one tradition I have for Thanksgiving that I've adopted since I joined the military was like doing a really intense run or workout on Thanksgiving Day, just out of gratitude for my ability to be able to run or use my legs. I didn't really like adopt that until I was a poolee, and we went on like a 12-mile run on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I'm like actually really grateful that I can run, because there's going to be a day where I can't run anymore. So I was grateful to like have that I was grateful for that mobility in my body and that capability. But
That's really cool.
yeah, that's pretty much the extent of any traditions we had.
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
bad now.
me run on Thanksgiving, that could never happen.
It couldn't be me.
I'm running to the table to eat.
Yeah, I'm running to the pie.
Running to get the next glass of Prosecco.
Yeah.
Running to the deviled eggs. Running to the olives.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm a slut
tamales
for some
sounds so
deviled
good.
eggs. Oh man, they're incredible. And you know what's awesome? So my nana, she makes so what's crazy, she makes 30 dozen a year. So that's 360 a year.
Holy cow.
That's a lot of
And
protein.
So she makes the red meat, like the
Oh,
red carne ones.
I thought you meant deviled eggs.
Bruh.
It's like 300 deviled eggs.
No, tamales. So she makes the red meat ones, then she makes the green corn ones. But one year she made sweet tamales, which had like pineapple in them.
Interesting.
Dude, so they were corn tamales with like pineapple flavoring in them. And when I tell you these, I was very skeptical. And I'm Mexican, so I love everything Mexican. But when Anana brought these out, I was very skeptical. And the second I took a bite into one, I was like, this is like the greatest savory dessert I've ever had. If we can ever get our hands on some, Seth, we can I'll send you some, or figure out a way to show you where to get them or something.
Or send you the recipe from his nana.
I mean, I'm not a huge pineapple
Or
guy,
send the
but I
recipe.
would definitely try them.
Yeah.
'Cause it sounds-
pineapple's definitely hit or miss for people. But
I'm not a pineapple fan either, but I would try them.
yeah.
Because they definitely
But,
sound like they would be pretty good. I mean,
With the corn
Yeah.
and the
With
with
pineapple.
the corn, yeah.
Yeah. So
Little hot sauce.
you definitely have to try it because it doesn't sound appealing at first, from the sounds of it, but it was really good.
Let us know if you guys have ever tried pineapple tamales. In the comments.
Yeah, do
In the
it
comments
right
below.
now. Do it right now.
Do it right now, hurry.
Comment right now or something. This is pre-recorded.
I just leave right now. Bye. But I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for this podcast, and I'm thankful that we get to, talk to each other. This was really nice. So
This was great.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you again. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I wish we could do
Thanks
this
for
more.
coming on. Oh, we could absolutely do it more.
I'm so glad you were our first guest.
Our first, Jerry,
really
you were
appreciate it.
fantastic.
No one's gonna top you.
No one.
Aw,
I'd like to see them.
guys.
I'd like to see them try. Who wants
You
to
guys
be on?
made me ink.
If we can convince Joey,
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see.
we'll see.
No, but if you guys ever need a guest and you can't fill a spot, feel free to ask me. Well, Dakota,
Well-
just talk to me. You'll be right here, so just ask me.
I'm like, shit, we need someone. Jerry, get on. Hurry.
Get your ass on.
Get on right now. I hear you typing.
But
All right.
no, this is an awesome experience. Thank you guys very much for having me on.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful
Thank
and honored.
you. Thank you for coming on. And with that being said,
What's
it's
our
time to drink more Prosecco. What?
what's our closing? It's remember, drink responsibly, but make sure it's Prosecco.
Probably.
Probably.
Probably.